Well, yeah, we used to. We used to do videos before the sale and let everybody know what was going on. And this year with the partnerships, we didn't really do that. And I was really busy too. Not that I'm not busy right now. I'm very busy right now. But at the same time, I want to get back to at least talking about some of the horses we're looking at day to day to day. Now, I'm going to do a day one video right now. The sale starts at noon, so there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do a day two video tomorrow, and so on and so forth. I'm going to try to. No guarantees, but I'm going to try to. So, when we're looking at the horses in the sale tomorrow, what are we exactly looking at? Horses we can afford. There has to be a ton of value involved in what we purchase tomorrow on day one in Harrisburg. I'm assuming we'll purchase something. It has to make sense for us both value-wise, jurisdictionally. What are these horses? Where are they going to race? There's a horse on day one from Ohio, a number of Ontario horses, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey. What are we looking for? It's true. It's true. I bought a lot of expensive New Jersey horses. It's true, I have. But I have because those were the best horses we could buy for the dollars available. I'm not going to go and overpay for an Ontario bred or an Ohio bred just to say I got them. If you can tell me that we can buy Pinkman's brother for $57,000, Alarm Detector's sister for $45,000, those are the horses I'm going to gravitate towards, right? And that's why I bought them. It's not because I'm moving to New Jersey. I don't love New Jersey or New York any more than I did before. But my job is to surround us as a community with the best horses we can in our stable. So we're going to continue to do that along the way. And I think it's very notable to look at the trajectory of 3 Point Blue Chip this year. What he's done, how he raced him, how he chose to race him, how that has turned out thus far. Yes, there's been a certain amount of luck involved. Very hot set of hands with my brother James driving the horse. But we steered him in the right direction and hoped for the best, right? And that's what we're going to continue to do. If we do buy some other New Jersey breds, they don't have to leave Ontario at all till much later in the year, if at all. It's more than enough racing for us to race wherever we want, right? I'm not going to rush the New Jersey breds to have them ready for June 30th, finish the stakes season as it was last year at least, historically, and then say, what are we going to do now? We're going to steer them hopefully towards Kentucky, New Jersey, Kentucky, right? We have the Wellwood in Ontario. We have the Mohawk Millions in Ontario, assuming that our horses are good enough, right? We talk about the horses we're lucky enough, that I'm lucky enough, thanks to you, to purchase this year. Yeah. Dreaming big is much bigger than it was before. So I'm going to go through some horses that caught my eye on day one, and a lot of these horses are absolutely value-based. Now, we didn't get to every consignment today. I'll hit up a few more tomorrow, but we got to Blue Chip, we get to Hanover, we get to Springhaven, we got to, we also got to Hunterton, Concord. We get to a lot of the bigger, come on in, Steve. We get to a lot of the bigger consignments. I'm being peer pressured to go down to the bar. I think I might. Very thirsty. This water, it just doesn't taste as good as a Moscow Mule. So I want to go through with you some of the horses that caught my eye. And maybe there are some horses in here that I haven't seen yet. That's fine. I'll look at them tomorrow. But for the most part, I think I got a pretty good idea of what's going to take place on Monday. Now, we were at Concord, and we were looking at all the horses. I was talking to Julie Mears, very nice lady. And she has both hip 1 and hip 2 in the sale, which can be cool, looks neat, but at the same time, as I said to her, sometimes it's like when they turn the music on at a dance. People just don't take off, right? So does that leave the door open in hip number 1 and 2? I don't love going there targeting pacers, but there's a beautiful Sweet Lou horse, first horse in the ring, who has a full brother that took a mark of 47-3. No, took a mark of 49 flat. Paced 147-3, made $548,000. This horse should go for good money. How long is the dance going to take to start? 9 hips, Steve says. 9? Really? 9 hips? You think it's that long? I don't agree with that. But it might not be 1. So again, be ready. Number 1 might be a horse we're looking at. Do we want a Sweet Lou? Is he on our catalog? Is there something we need? Is there a lot of people saying we need a Sweet Lou? No. But if you're going to tell me I can buy a Sweet Lou as a full brother of America 49 and 600,000 in an affordable fashion, I'm going to buy Sweet Lou. The next horse in the ring is also a Hunterdon horse, and that is number 2, Defacement. Now this is a Muscle Hill colt. He has out of a Winsong Legacy mare that made $340 herself. He has a brother named 50 Cent Piece, $367,000 made. And then you look down, if you get bored looking at the first dam, which is strong enough, you can just scoot down to the second dam where you see Muscle Massive and Muscle Mass. Very strong family. Neither of those horses we should be able to afford, but again, need to be ready. Then, realistically, I looked at a number of horses. We're going to look at them, but when I look at this list, I can't go through every horse with you guys. Next one I'm interested in, 23. Number 23 is a Walner. You must say, Anthony, there's no chance you're going to buy a Walner. Then you look, oh, and by the way, it's a 3/4 brother to Resolve. Why would you think you'd be able to afford this horse? Well, I don't really know how much people are going to discount an embryo transfer Walner. I have no idea. Maybe none, maybe lots. But again, I would like to be ready in case this particular horse falls through the cracks, which it shouldn't, and it likely won't. But on the off chance it does, number 23, Thunderously, is a horse that I am very interested in. Next horse in the ring. This also is a Walner filly. I don't know why I put this horse on the list. This is a sister to... How you make it out there, big fella? Oh my goodness. Steve might have already been to the bar. Number 24 is a Walner filly. This is the sister. You like this horse. This is sister to Donover, right? Hey, belly flop. This is a sister to Donover. I guess he doesn't realize that I have 5 brothers. He could literally walk into the screen naked and I wouldn't even blink. Number 24, April Hanover, is a sister to Donover. I think I just really like this filly, because I don't really think this is a value-based pick in any way, shape, or form. This is a Walner, April 16th filly, sister to Donover. Strong family, top to bottom. I probably shouldn't have put this horse on my list, actually. Next one in the ring is 2 in the ring later, is Anoka Hanover, sister by International Money. That's very important. The International Monies have not been well received. And by that, I shouldn't say they haven't been well received. I love them. A lot of people like them. Maybe the mares aren't as strong as they could be. Now, Hanover Shoe Farms is standing International Money, so they're obligated. They're obligated. Hey, keep it down over there, Blondie. They are obligated to at least try and hold this stud up. So they bred International Money to Aunt Mel. Aunt Mel is the mother of Anoka Hanover, 2020 Trotting Filly of the Year. It's a very strong pedigree, and Steve absolutely loves this filly also. I thought she was nice. I think she's affordable. I have a price here for her. She goes below that price. She could potentially be in play. I love International Money. By the way, I've seen a lot of them. I've bid on a lot of them, and we bought one that I really liked in Carter Michael Dio. Number 26, Amsterdam Hanover, is a very interesting horse on day number 1. Next is a horse I hold in very high regard. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on Father Patrick. We haven't had a ton of them that we like, that we love. I've driven some that I like. A lot of people kind of talked. They didn't like them. They were cooling on them. Then you went to Lexington and everybody wanted one all of a sudden. I don't know what they're going to bring. And number 30, I don't even know how to say this horse's name. Gold Griot. Rat. I don't even know what the hell a Griot is. But Gold Griot. I'm sure I'm butchering that name. Very good looking filly. And this has nothing to do with the pedigree. This horse was not on my list in any way, shape, or form. I saw her out on the floor. I walked over, looked at her pedigree, watched the other people looking at her, watched her walk around a little bit, stopped, did a video of her, and she's a really, really good looking filly. Again, a Father Patrick sister to back of the neck. Shouldn't be able to afford this type of horse. Maybe, possibly we'll be able to. I don't know. I really shouldn't be able to. This is one of my top picks in the sale right now. Number 30, another one selling from Concord. Really, really like this filly. Then we go to number 34. This is a tactical landing at a world champion, Buckeye St. Pat. Steve and I had talked about earlier how Buckeye St. Pat, for as good as she was, he hasn't really thrown a whole lot. Now, there's a horse called Can't I, who has a 2-year-old mark of 55 on a 5/8, made $210,000 by Cantab. Not a bad horse, but again, this is a world champion mare. This isn't a world champion pedigree. She's okay as far as that is concerned. Now, her resume is as long as your arm, as I said yesterday, but Tactical Landing and a Buckeye St. Pat, for herself, for an individual, this is a good-looking filly. What will she bring? I don't know. There's a lot of burnt money on this page. But we're going to find out soon enough. Next is 44. This is the Walner. Again, probably can't afford these Walners. I shouldn't be bringing them up. This is a Walner Colt, February 7th foal, out of a sister. And as I said, unhappily, today, a better sister, by the looks of it on paper, than I'm a Lovely Lady. This one is out of a Cantab Hall filly who's got a mark of 55. As a 2-year-old, made $134,000. And obviously in the second dam, as I mentioned, I'm a Lovely Lady. 2-year-old mark of 2-1-4. 3-year-old mark of 56-2. She's trotted in 55. Her earnings now are upwards of 100,000, 94, 95,000 now. She'll get to 100 soon enough. Again, love the family. Really, really like this horse. This horse is already twice as big as I'm a Lovely Lady. An interesting prospect, but as a Walner, especially since I'm a Lovely Lady's sister, sold for 100,000 this year, I don't think there'll be any money lost or forgotten when it comes to number 44, Dalquest Hanover. Next one I like is number 73, another Tactical Landing. This is Landing Pad. I really like this horse. I don't really believe, again, I'm going to say that a lot about the horses we like on day one. Don't believe we can afford them. But there are some discounts. There was some in Lexington. Will they be carried over to Harrisburg? I don't know. Will the Tactical Landings be what I called shorted again? I don't know. Will the Father Patricks be strong? Will the International Monies or the Bar Hoppings be a little light? We won't know until the sale gets going. And those trends form as the sale goes. But from where I stand, Tactical Landing, we got 4, and I'll be happy to have more. Happy to. Number 73, Landing Pad. This is a horse bred in conjunction with William Donovan. If I'm not mistaken, he was looking at the horse today. This is the first foal from a Donato Hanover mare who's a sister to Modern Family. Strong family, but most importantly, a very, very good-looking colt. This is also a May 9th colt. Next, we have number 95, Uber Blue Chip. This is a Walner filly out of Munis Blue Chip. Took a 2-year-old mark of 57 en route to $470,000 made and a mark of 56 on a half-mile track. Good mare in her own right. What's she thrown? Not a ton. Purpose Blue Chip, who made 240 at Chapter 7, and then it kind of falls off after there. You look down on the second dam, though, you find Harper Blue Chip. Third dam, Blue Mac Lad. Lots of money, lots of power, lots of speed in this family. But I don't know why the hell I have this horse on my list also. Another Walner. I think this is turning into a bit of a fool's errand. But number 95, Uber Blue Chip. Good-looking horse in his own right. Number 110. This is Pratt Hanover. This is another Father Patrick. Gorgeous-looking horse. This is the exact direct family of Baumhugger. Now, again, Baumhugger's a horse to most people, but she was a pretty good horse to us. And when I look at the first dam, personal style, you have Patriarch Hanover, you have Classy Guy. Lots of nice horse. Flashlighting in the second dam. But when you branch all these different pedigrees off of this, there's a lot going on in this family. A good-looking pedigree, good-looking horse. This is a colt, a May 16th colt by Father Patrick. His name is Pratt Hanover. Next, we have two more. And two of the horses I like almost as much as anybody in the sale coming up. Snowman Hanover. This is a bar hopping. Embryo transfer. Again, remember, we're looking for value. I like this horse, and then I happen to notice it is an embryo transfer. April 30th, embryo transfer colt by bar hopping out of Snow Angel Hanover. 2 previous foals, one of them being Snowstorm Hanover. $658,000 made, a mark of 53-2 as a 3-year-old. 55-1 as a 2-year-old. Good family. My mom's a Blizzard in the second dam. She's a Sierra Excalibur with 47 wins and just shy of $500,000 made. Again, tons of speed and money in this family, but above all else, this horse caught my eye. This is a very good-looking son of bar hopping. And last but not least on day one, no, it's not the last one on day one. I am wrong. Second last. I do have one more. Number 129, Tactical Tactor. Tactical Landing foal out of Solveig. Solveig world champion. Fantastic mare in her own right. This is the 11th foal. The 11th foal, February 21st, colt by Tactical Landing in a Solveig. Now, I really thought, I made an argument, I don't know whether it was to Steve or somebody the other day, that I thought this was dollar for dollar, potentially the best purchase in the sale. One of them. I thought it was. That wasn't until I got to the sale today and saw everybody that was pulling this horse out of the barn. As I waited for my long list of yearlings to be pulled out of Concord, I watched everybody with an abundance of vowels in their last name pull this horse out of the stall. And I really think Tactical Tactor, although I thought was going to be a value play, not so much anymore. I believe we may have a real problem purchasing Tactical Tactor. Now, there was one horse left in the sale that I need to put on my short list number 3 right here. That is Five Fish Species. This is Baumhugger's full sister. She's bigger than Baumhugger. She's as good looking as she is. One glaring, obvious problem with her, both her knees up front are a little offset. Now, I watched her video a number of times before and after I pulled her out of the stall. She looks like she hits the ground rather light. Now, if you're going to have offset knees, you would think the pressure, the torque that is put on them would be the deciding factor on whether something is an offset knee, it's just a little offset, an offset knee would be a problem or not. I can't tell you if Five Fish Species is going to get to the races, whether she's going to have problems with her knees or not. As a broodmare, she's worth money, so this is a filly that will go for good money. But as a racehorse, and you have to give value, you have to take money away from that purchase price because of those knees. There's no way about it. If somebody wants to pay 6 figures for this filly, fine. Fill your boots. To each his own. We can't. This right here, this filly with her knees, the issues that she has in her front end, even though I think on her video it doesn't seem like it's gonna pose a real problem from where I stand, there has to be some value given there. There has to be some deductions. And I believe this filly, I don't want to price her, that would be rude, both to the people that have the horse and unfair to the people that are looking to buy her. I believe there'll be a substantial discount given to Five Fish Species because of, it's such a stupid name too, given to this filly because of her knees. And if that value is substantial enough, I can forgive them, and I will. And that's where I stand right now on Five Fish Species and everybody else on day one. So I just gave you a substantial list of horses, a number of the ones I'm looking at. I do have a number 1 pick of the wholesale. It is not on day 1 at all. In fact, my number 1, 2, and 3 picks are not on day 1. They're on day 2. So my day 1 picks are done. We likely will pick up a horse or 2 on day 1. There are a lot of you that have committed, happily, thank you, committed to getting involved with the partnerships, whether they be the 50 or the 150 or the premium horse that we're looking at. Is our premium horse found on day 1? Possibly, but not necessarily. There's a number of horses that will fit that category. And that's what we're looking at day 1. Total value. When I look at the horses that we want, that I would stretch a little bit for, depending on the interest in them, they're all found on day 2. I'll be happy to bring you that list after day 1, but there's still a lot of business to be done on day 1. A lot of really, really nice horses. Keep in mind, all of my list, all that's in my head that I want from Harrisburg is totally based on value. If we find enough on day 1, enough said. So we'll see what happens on day 1. That's my list for day 1 in Harrisburg. I'll come back after day 1. I believe I'll have enough time. We'll bring you a list for day 2. But for right now, day 1 is coming up tomorrow. But your list for day 1, the ones that I'm most interested in, is right here. So I'll talk to you all very soon. I hope you get all these videos well. Hope you had a great weekend, a great week. For those of you in the Yes group, horse race fantastic. Finished second, first over in 53-3. We get High Gear, No Fear later. White Tiger. A number of horses coming up this week, both at the sale, on the track. Big week coming for the stable. Take care.